Hi everyone, this is Stephanie Shepard with the Iowa DNR, and in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to add a new bald eagle nest to the Volunteer Wildlife Monitoring Program database. First step to do is to log in, and that's at programs.iowadnr.gov/VWMP/. I sign in, I come down here to the bald eagle nest monitoring location, and I want to report a completely new nest. This isn't correcting a location to an existing nest. I'm reporting a new nest. So I click the blue button that says report new nest. It first brings up a warning telling me, hey, is this a correction to an existing nest? If it is, this is not the way to do it. So close, get out of here. But it is in fact what we want to do. So I'm going to close that. Thanks for, giving me a little correction. So I'm going to add a completely new nest to this. And it brings up this point and click map, which is really easy. And right now it's zoomed out to the whole state of Iowa. And so the first thing I need to do is kind of zoom into a particular location. The nest I want to report is to the north of Coon Rapids, Iowa. So I'm going to put in Coon Rapids. Choose Coon Rapids, Iowa on here, and it zooms right into Coon Rapids, Iowa, which is really useful. Now, the nest I want to report is, outside of town. So I'm going to zoom out several times just to give myself, and I scroll down and see, oh, what is this blue dot? Well, that is the location of an already reported nest. So if the nest that I was going to report was like right where 757 is, I could say, oh, it's already in the database. We're good. I can cancel out of this. No harm, no foul. Nothing's been added to the database. You're good. But actually, the nest I want to report is up here. And as far as I know, 757 is still active. So this is a completely separate nest. So I think it's somewhere around here. That seems really inexact. So I'm going to zoom in. To move the screen, I just point and hold down and move it around like this. And center this in. I'm going to zoom in again and zoom in again. Okay, well, this looks okay, but I really could use some look at the terrain. So you can come up here and change the base map. I'm going to change it to air photos with roads, which is my favorite. It has the roads labeled and stuff. And oops, I'm a little off. It's actually going to be down here. And so I can just move it as easy as pointing and clicking on the map. Oh, is it on the west side of Velvet Avenue? Is it over here? No, I think it's on the east side, and I can come back here. So you can point and click as many times as you want to get the nest, in the exact location. But I think it's right here. So I'm happy with that location. I think that's a good spot. And so I'm ready to go. I click continue. And it opens up this form. Now, notice, first of all, there's this territory ID field. Now, if I click in it here, it's not letting me add anything. If this is a completely new territory, this is going to automatically be filled in by the database. You don't fill it in, and it won't let you fill it in. Now, if this was, this nest was to the south of Coon Rapids, and it was, in fact, an alternate or replacement nest for territory 757, I could answer this question, do you think this nest is an alternate replacement nest in existing territory, with yes. Then this territory ID field becomes active, and I can pull up a drop-down list. But we're not doing that. And you can choose which territory it belongs in. So I would choose 757. So I'm going to switch back to no. And again, this becomes so that I can't enter it. So I'm going to call this Coon Rapids. And if I can type, Coon Rapids North. It's already filled in the county. If I know that it was built this year, I fill this in as 2021. If I don't know that, if I don't know this information, just leave this field blank. And I scroll down here to the nest details, and it says, would you like to be assigned as a monitor for this new nest? That's your first answer. If you don't care to monitor the nest, just leave this blank. But if you do, go ahead and check that. So again, nest ID is filled in automatically by the database, and you don't fill that out. So come to nest name. I usually call things the territory name plus a number. I call it Coon Rapids North. I did. So Coon Rapids North. Okay. It was an active nest. It's on the Raccoon River. I can either scroll through this list like this, or I can start typing and it comes up. The township range section and latitude, longitude have been filled in for you by the map, which is great. So I just need to fill this out. The tree type was cottonwood. It was a dead tree, and nest height is 60. So again, all of these are optional. So if you're not sure about any of this information, just leave it blank. I can then fill in this. It's on the southeast of intersection of Velvet and 230th. Easy viewing from 230th. You can put other random comments here. Last thing you really need to fill out is ownership type. So if you're not sure, click unknown. But if you know, click private. If you know information about the landowner, go ahead and fill this out. Otherwise, just fill this out with either unknown or something else. Okay, we're good to go. This all looks good. Everything's filled out. I click submit territory. We let it do its thing for a bit. Okay, it's been submitted for coordinator approval. So any change to a location of a nest or addition of a new nest has to be approved by me before you can enter data for it. So it's been sent to me now, and to get approval, I click OK, and the page will reset here. And notice that this new nest has already popped up on my list of nests, because I said I wanted to monitor it. But if I click enter survey data, it won't let me. It brings up a note, hey, you're waiting for admin approval. So cool your jets. Once I, as the administrator, have approved it, you'll get a little email from the database that says, hey, your territory has been approved and you can now enter data. And then you can come in and enter data. And that's it. Hopefully this was a useful video for you, and thanks for watching.